Yo, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence and welcome to another Nintendo NX video that I have here for you guys. Today, we're going to have direct quotes from the big man himself, Tatsumi Kimishima, the president and CEO of Nintendo. So let's go ahead and get right into it. This was from his investor meeting Q&A. We don't have the official translations, but Cheesemeister has done a little bit of translating for us before we get those next week. So let's get right into it. He talks about the Nintendo NX, 3DS Focus, and lots of stuff. Question. It seems the great reduction in Wii U hardware sales forecast is influenced by the timing of the Nintendo NX release, but how about the Nintendo 3DS? Answer from Kimishima. This fiscal year, the 3DS has big titles as previously presented, and in sufficient quantity. Both hardware and software will make a large contribution to sales. Also, while Wii U sales are forecasted to drop to 800,000 units, the upside is that we can now focus on the 3DS. If that is an indication that the Nintendo Wii U is dead, I don't know what is. So, next question. While NX details are not being announced today, I want to know about its effect on the results for the fiscal year. Previous launches have not had enough titles and therefore saw slow starts. Can you promise to have a proper lineup at launch? The Wii U was a net negative, so also in consideration to cost, please tell me how the first year of the Nintendo NX will contribute to results. Answer from Kimishima. As the concept and the other details of the Nintendo NX will be announced at another time, I will just answer the points of your question. As you said, the software lineup will be built up. Having a full software lineup when the hardware launches is one of the reasons for the Nintendo NX launch timing. Also, we must be in a state to release titles not just at launch, but continually afterwards. We are planning for it to be a platform that will be played for a long time. Next, about cost. We aren't thinking about the hardware being unprofitable. When the Wii U launched, the exchange rate was that of a very strong yen, and so that we don't have that kind of situation again. Launching as a loss leader won't be what makes up our business, so that's how we're progressing with Nintendo NX development. Question. You indicated that building up software is the reason why Nintendo NX will be released in March 2017, and I know the development takes time, but I don't think there's any reason in missing the year-end sales season. When the GameCube was launched in September, I recall that President Yamauchi said that, quote, "It is absolutely imperative that we do not miss the year-end sales season." And after the 3DS launched in February, and Nintendo NX will miss the year end, making an impression that Nintendo's conventional thinking has changed. Why is Nintendo NX launching in March? Answer. There is no change to our thinking about launch timing. When launching hardware, how much software can consumers play is important. Launch timing must be based on that. Customers have more time to spend during the holiday season is one big factor in starting then, but our integrated hardware/software business doesn't end that year. But it's something that can continue to be played for several years, so we think that releasing something proper is the most important thing. By that, we don't think holiday season timing is a must, but rather that we should launch when we provide something proper. That point has not changed. Question. While the forecasted sales of the Wii U this fiscal year are extremely weak, Nintendo NX contributions to profitability seem to be included, appearing to be these numbers showing that. We have some confidence in the Nintendo NX, which will start with a sprint. Do you believe that the new Nintendo NX will be able to cover the decline of the Wii U? Answer. We have forecasted Wii U sales of 800,000 units for the fiscal year, a decline from 2.4 million units last fiscal year. In terms of what we will cover for it, essentially, the Nintendo NX and smart device business will be central, and also the download content business is included. So a couple interesting different points that he's made there, especially at the end where he talked about what's going to be covering what and the launch timing. So let's go ahead and talk about the launch timing. I think Nintendo obviously says things to dress it up for the investors. Nintendo has launched many times before without good software lineups. Like seriously, they've launched many times where the software lineup is just sparse. So when he says, oh, well, it's always about what software consumers can play. Well, is it? Because you launched the Wii U with a bunch of old ports and mini game collection and New Super Mario Bros. You didn't have anything a little bit more of substance like a Super Mario 64 or like a Wii Sports or Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. And they launched the Nintendo 3DS once again with a little bit of a subpar lineup. You have Nintendogs, you have Pilot Wings, you just don't have that great of games. So I think what Mr. Kimishima is trying to say is that, hey, we're going to make sure that not only do we launch with amazing first-party titles, but afterwards, those titles keep coming, because that's the issue. Sometimes Nintendo will have an okay launch, they'll sell systems, and then things will just fall off the edge of a cliff because third-party developers never give them full support, and because they have no first-party titles to drive momentum of sales. So I think Kimishima is saying, hey, we need a few more months. We would love to release in the launch of the fall sales period, but we need a few more months to make sure that other developers are working on things and we get everything situated. So that's the case there. As far as the forecasted Wii U sales and the Nintendo NX making up for it, Nintendo has obviously moved on. The Wii U is dead. He basically just said that. You saw his quote from up there as far as, hey, the upside is now we can focus on the 3DS. We don't have to worry about Wii U sales. We don't have to worry about selling 2-point-something million units, which is horrible for a year. Now we can just say, hey, you know, it's done, it's over with. We got 3DS, and we're just going to focus on that, and that's what they're going to do. There's really going to be a big lack of Wii U games. Don't expect anything. If we do get something, that'll be great, but don't expect any huge games for the Wii U. Nintendo has moved on. They're forecasting to sell 800,000 Wii U's in 1 year. Next, I do want to talk about what he said as far as covering the business. Nintendo NX and smartphones. That's the thing. The smartphones give Nintendo a little bit of a buffer so they can sell only 800,000 units of the Wii U. They can make profits off of the new Fire Emblem game that's going to be coming, off of the new Animal Crossing. Miitomo has had registered, 10 million users, so they can make up the profits there. Nintendo 3DS is still going to be going strong. They have Pokemon, they have a new Yokai Watch game coming out, so there still is content for the Nintendo 3DS for it to sell. Plus, Nintendo says that they have unannounced 3DS games, first-party 3DS games coming to Nintendo 3DS this year and probably next year, so that's good. The Nintendo NX needs time. It is going to replace the Wii U. I know I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, well, third pillar. That third pillar is marketing speak. The Nintendo NX is more of a set-top box, I think. It could be a hybrid, but I do think that it's more of a set-top play at home and possibly have some type of way to play on the go with something else released. But I do think that this is going to be more of a traditional console than not, with some interesting tweaks to it or some interesting gimmicks that they put in there in order to make it a little bit more flexible. But that's just my thoughts on the matter. I want to see what Nintendo has to do, because I think this is one of Nintendo's most important launches ever. I do have another video talking about that, so look forward to that video later as far as Nintendo launching and what they need to do. So I will have that up later, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and also subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips and tricks, and everything on the Nintendo NX. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.